Good morning. Good morning. Monday, 9 a.m., December 2nd, 2024. Just realized another little piece of setup here I hadn't done yet, so I'm doing that right now. If you have any questions for the show today or stories about some tech issue that you recently resolved, then speak up in chat about that. I have an audio confirmation. I'm going to come over here to chat and pop that out, make it bigger, and I will hit an exclamation mark Y to see if SpeakerBot is alive and present.
Yes, affirmative.
Counted for, and I saw the audio analyzer confirming that you heard that. Oops, drop frames doesn't belong here. It belongs over on my monitor number 2. CEO job. That I'm probably not in the loop about that if somebody recently got fired or something, because I do not keep up on news. Get this thing out of here. Why is this even here? Get that out of here, would you? I don't want to do a goal. All right. Moving on. Rick Lakes, good morning, Alice. Jeff. Ran Israel. John Williams. John Williams, it was good to meet you face to face the other night. Good morning, everyone. 21 degrees here this morning, and we got a light dusting of snow last night, early morning. Richard Rogers, Selden Ball, Ran Israel. Brian Lightfoot. Let's see. Is this a joke? At Rick Lates, at Jeff Ryan. I don't get it. I don't get it. Not at all. Hello, DougBot. I published a video last night. If we don't have other stuff to talk about from you, that I've got some feedback to review with that. Brian Lightfoot. Here we go. Oops. Come move the mouse down here and then do the red. While walking to work, a man saw a homeless man sitting on a curb. He handed him $1. The homeless man handed $1 to the man who was walking. While leaving work, the same man saw a homeless woman sitting on the same curb. He handed her 82 cents. So what, am I supposed to explain why he gave her less money? Supposed to explain something about this, and I'm supposed to intuit what I'm supposed to figure out. While walking to work, a man saw a homeless man sitting on a curb. He handed him $1. It immediately occurred to me, we don't know who's handing who $1. While leaving work, the same man saw a homeless woman sitting on the curb. He handed her 82 cents. Well, without intending to, I saw Greg M's comment, women get paid less. Is that really what it was? Was that the point of that? Anyone want a CEO job? Intel is looking for
Yes,
someone.
affirmative.
So it was Intel has a CEO problem. So he says, yes, that was it. Women get paid less. Yeah. I was able to fix a customer's motherboard by rewriting the BIOS with software and CH341A tools. Cool. So I was able to fix a customer's motherboard by rewriting BIOS. What went wrong? How did the BIOS get damaged? Do you know? Intel CEO retired effective immediately as of December 1. When somebody retires, makes their retirement announcement with that short of a lead, then it sounds like there's some major issue. Maybe they're trying to keep under wraps or something, or some major health news. Maybe if that's already public information, then you can tell me what that is. Because my source for news and relevant information of the day is the chat room in my YouTube show. Thanks for the meet and greet on Ken's Zoom. Yes, John Williams was present on Ken Stout's Zoom after the show. Yeah, I think it was after. But no, he was there through the whole show. Was he? I don't know. I don't remember. Parker Morris, hello. Greg M. Brian, Ken Stout. Even women who are homeless even women who are homeless are less money. Not get less money, they are less money. I'm sorry, I just don't see it as that much of a joke. This is a better joke. You're implying I'm the sexist because of the way I laughed at it. Greg wants to know if that was a laptop, the BIOS issue. CEO info. Yeah, like I care about that. After board grew frustrated with progress. So that's the story they're telling. That's the reason that he resigned. Is that how you pronounce that? Some people pronounce it resigned. I think it's probably actually resigned, something like that. There. As a result of, let's go up here. As a result of power outages, the board turned on but did not continue with post. The board was 1110M. Is that a Klingon board? Just messing. So power outage apparently damaged BIOS. Interesting. Turned on but did not continue with post. Well done for your fix. Daniel Emberley, with it being Cyber Monday, thinking of tablets again. iPad Air 13 looks good from size and weight. Point of view for a music reader. Not sure I want to deal with moving PDF files from PC to iPad. See, I would think you would do something like on the PC, have iCloud set up so that you could just store the files directly into an iCloud folder on your computer, and that means they'd automatically, almost instantly, be available on your iPad. You could also do that with OneDrive, rather than using some kind of device you plug into the computer and plug into the iPad, or a cable. That's the direction I would go with that. Danielle currently have no Apple devices. So she's considering the iPad. She's not already in the iPad world or in the Apple world. For a music reader. Yeah, I don't know what else I can say to help with that evaluation. Every time this thing moves on to more chat, it's difficult to find my place again. Doesn't go very far. That should be my clue. Did you use pogo pins or did you desolder BIOS? Did he tell us what kind of computer it was? Let's go over here and look at his prior comments. Only 3 so far. Yeah. What was soft? Well, he told us, oh, the board. Okay, so that sounds like it's a custom built computer then. So not a laptop. So yes, he answered the laptop question. I just didn't catch it. There you go. That's probably the board. I know you're bored. Don't need to make that pun. Uh, women who are homeless earn less income. That's the way I interpret it. I'm using beam-forming microphones. Sometimes the setting don't seem to be consistent. Wow. Wow. Whiplash with that change of subject. Is it mid-sentence with 3 periods? Yeah, that's kind of a pause. That's the same sentence. Goes from the homeless woman joke to his microphone. Ooh. Whiplash with that change of subject. I'm just messing with you. No offense, man. Zvi built the computer in 2017. John Williams. My sister has an iPad and it talks to her Dell computer without any problems. It also connects to her HP laptop. Danielle says, got some malware on the weekend that gave suspect notifications. Follow a link from Microsoft Copilot, restored PC to previous day's image. Previous day's image from an image backup, or was that using System Restore? And if you were restoring an image, what is your backup software of choice? That is the sweet thing about having full image backups nightly, or maybe full image backup and then incrementals or differentials, whatever your software provides for. If you run into a problem like that, you can just do a restore. It's not necessarily quick, but it's easy to do once you understand the process with your backup software. Don't do the scroll wheel when you have the red dot, Doug. Geez, do you never learn? Copilot led me, I think that was led me to the bad stuff. So Copilot just gave her a quick answer. She probably could have figured that herself, but it was just kind of quicker and easier for it to just say and go, oh yeah, of course. Of course, that's the thing to do. Well done. I made a comment earlier in Dragons Naturally Speaking, stuck in the wrong word. I was suspecting when you're commenting about the microphones, probably because something recently in today's stream didn't work right. And you also must remember I'm not a stable person, neither are some of the people who speak for me using my voice. Oh, John Williams tried to do Stormy. If I'm not on camera 1, or if I don't have the picture inset, you won't see that at all. There, he tried it again. I was waiting for you to try it again. Hi, Stormy. How you doing today? How you doing? Yeah. There's a cultural reference. Do I get credit for a cultural reference? How you doing? All right. Channel comments. This video that I published yesterday.
Yes, affirmative.
It still hasn't come up on OBS for me to see who said that. John Williams says yes. Oh, credit for the cultural reference, I guess. Yeah. Oh, and Alice says it's from Friends, right? Joey. I used, okay, here's more on from Danielle about this. I use the free VM product for Agent, Microsoft Windows for the restore. I've never done anything with that. VM Agent. So is that using like the Microsoft backup capabilities? Internewer data freedom, all VM products. Yeah, I've never really looked at this at all. And I'm not going to go down that road further right now. Maybe I'll look at it more later, maybe not. Probably not, frankly, because I'm satisfied with what I have. Don't have any pain points with my current backup strategies that I need to deal with. So community, there are some comments that came off of that video that I posted last night. Give me a 0 in chat if you're not aware that I posted a video last night. Not that I care whether you're seeing notifications or not. Give me 1 in chat if you did notice it. I don't care whether you watched it because it was just an excerpt from Saturday's show with mild editing. Lawn dog gives me a 0. Let's come down here. Phil Stodd says, good show. Thank you for letting me participate on Saturday when we saw him show up in chat for what I think was the first time. At least he wasn't already a moderator. So I made him a moderator and welcomed him aboard. I see the 0s and 1s coming in from people. Here is the first comment from that video. Well, let me show first how that video is doing. If I come up here to my dashboard, it has, sometimes when I went to check it, it has been 1 out of 10. So I get the fireworks show on this screen. And it's been bumping ahead and behind of this CrowdStrike. The CrowdStrike video was only producing views for 3 or 4 days. So after we get past the 4th day, I suspect this video will continue growing. So during the first 17 hours, it's comparing the other videos for the first 17 hours. So these are the numbers produced in the first 17 hours for each of these other videos. So that makes it look like it's doing well. However, my summary conclusion after this trial balloon floating the idea is no, I don't think I'm going to do that series. I don't think they will likely be popular, but jury is still out on that somewhat. So let's go look at community for these comments. So the one that was under there is gone. Trevor Dunn, Trevor O. Dunn or Dune says, let's fix this up a little bit. You should always sysprep image. I disagree. And I'll tell why in a little bit here. And it is very reasonable for him to say this. Very reasonable. So when image is deployed on new hardware, it's like doing a fresh install of Windows 10, 11, and SID numbers are different, not or different, are different, and is different from the original backup, making it unique. Some software will, underline some, will not work with a PC having the same SID number. Agreed with that. However, we'll get to that in a minute. Office's example when being used in a KMS environment. That's key management services. That means you have a server on your premises that manages keys. Well, do you miss the part about small business offices? We never have that in small business offices to have a KMS environment. Will not activate in a system not being sysprep is not supported by Microsoft. I don't care that it's not supported by Microsoft. And he's right. He's right. Doing an image backup and restore, duplicating SIDs is not supported by Microsoft. They make that very clear. I don't care. Not supported by Microsoft. Okay. Google sysprep. Took me a little while to understand the tone in this. He thinks I'm not aware of sysprep. I've known about sysprep for a long time. I have used sysprep. No, you do not have to always use sysprep. Now let me go show some background for it. Now, actually, the first background is I've been using this method of image backup and then restore to another computer in the same office for years. This is not a new thing to me. What's new about this is formalizing this strategy for how I'm going to be using this in offices. I haven't actually looked at the SIDs for a while, so in response to this comment, I went back and looked at one of my clients' offices who I've been doing this, and I checked, and yes, the SIDs are identical. Never a problem. It has never been a problem. Now, this is in offices where we do not have Active Directory. We do not have a domain server. We do not have any third-party security software that's managing the security of the endpoint computers. We do not have any vertical market software that is making reference to SIDs.
Read chat, please.
We have nothing that needs that. I hear that. Read chat. I'm taking a quick look at it. I will look at that. I see what it's about. I want to finish making my point before I go to that. I have held up a couple of, let's see, where did I put this? A couple of other references that are on point for this topic. let's see, here we go. Let's do, what are, yeah, okay, let's load both of these. So here I've gone to this folder where I have these bookmarks set. So I right click on this folder that contains these two references and choose open all two of these. If multiple computers have the same security ID, it can lead to potential security vulnerabilities. It can, not always. Particularly when access, and those security vulnerabilities are only relevant when you are in an environment that has tightened up on security. My small business clients don't do that. Particularly when accessing network resources, as the system might not be able to distinguish between the different machines. That's not a problem in these kind of small environments that my small business clients are in. Potentially allowing unauthorized access to files or system functions depending on the user permissions associated with that sit on each computer. That is significant if the different computers have different security authorizations. That's never the case in any of my small business offices except for one. For one of them, we do have unique things, and I would not use this method in that office. This is especially problematic in situations where local user accounts are used and not managed centrally through a domain. This is especially problematic in situations where local user accounts are used and not managed. That sentence seems backwards, but this is the AI overview. So we know that the AI overview isn't very good. The most significant thing is my experience. Never have a problem with it. There will be backup issues if backup are managed at VM level. No, they are not. Access control issues. If two computers have the same SID, users with access to resources on one machine could potentially access the same resources on the other machines, even if they shouldn't have permission. They all have permission to see everything, so it's irrelevant. Basically, every reason why SIDs are important don't exist in my small business offices. So let's see what this one is. Use NTDS util to find and clean up duplicate security identifiers. This is a method to do that in a more complex environment than what I have with. So this wound up not being of interest. Duplicate security identifier SIDs in the SAM database. We don't use SAM databases, but this is a way to clean up if you have duplicate SIDs in the environment. Now, it seems like I had something else flagged to show in relation to that. I bet it was deeper into that Google search, but I think I've probably gone far enough with that. It's just, no. Oh, I know, it was a Microsoft site that it looked almost like it's a copy and paste of this, but I don't think it was. This looks like an original writing. Yeah, no, you don't have to always sysprep, but you have to understand the concept. So thank you, Trevor, for your comment. I appreciate that very much. I have live streams a few days a week. Used to be 6 days a week. Now it's about 3 or 4. And love to have you come around and participate in the tech conversation. And I totally get why you say that you should always sysprep, because it is published everywhere. I haven't seen any search results that really says what I'm doing is okay. So that's completely okay too, for you to have said that. And I appreciate that you did, because it gave me the opportunity to discuss that. The other thing about sysprep, well, here's the other thing I would say with sysprep, is it totally defeats what I'm trying to accomplish. Because sysprep will take all of the programs that you have installed on a computer, and it will make an installable edition of Windows, so that you can do a fresh install of Windows on a computer and have all of the programs that you have pre-installed, but it wipes out all the existing user accounts. And that's where it totally trashes what this efficient method that I'm using with my clients' offices that I don't think anybody's going to want to learn from me. I just don't think it's going to be that popular. But here's the thing. I have a computer set up in the client office that's connected to the network,
Read
so it
chat,
has
please.
access to everything. I'll get to that in a minute. I want to finish what I'm trying to say about this. Wipes, Rand Israel says wipes user profiles, not accounts. Okay, agreed with that. But yeah, it wipes the profile. When I connect remotely to the computer, I do the full configuration for the new target end user so that I can make a backup image from that computer remotely to a second partition on that computer. And then I can upload it. Sometimes I'll do it this way, or I'll upload it to their cloud storage and then download it from their cloud storage to my computer here in the office and restore it. So I have it fully configured for that, configured and tested for that end user. Then I could take that computer to the client's office and install it at the desk when it's almost totally ready to go right there. The only thing I might still have to do is do the, if they have a local printer, that's about it. Do the wiring around their desk, keyboard, mouse, their local scanner. They typically have a local scanner. So yeah, SysPrep totally negates that. And let's go on to another piece of that. The reason why I don't think that these would be popular videos for me to make those videos about how to do that is because it is a very rare technician who's going to fit into that small box that's going to be interested in. First, it's going to have to be a technician who kind of works similar to where you have a lot of small offices and low security configurations on those offices. And you're an organized person. You're good with writing down your processes and following them. Not all technicians are okay with that. There's multiple different tools that I'm using that I'm very familiar with because I've been working with them for a long time. So it'll take longer for somebody to come up to speed with that. Overnight, I thought of a few other reasons. I just don't think it's going to be a big market. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that video series. Okay, now I'll go catch up with those read chat pleases. I wanted to get through that in one setting. So !C. The first of the three was from DougBot. The second one, problematic in a domain environment, less a problem in workgroups. Yeah, that's exactly the point that I was making. I would not do it in a domain environment. I have particularly one Active Directory domain environment. We have in-house VPNs. We have a lot of security settings there. We have written policies that are auditable. When we set all that up, we were intending to be doing annual penetration testing, but that hasn't started yet. I think mainly because the industry my client is in that case, they haven't actually implemented that requirement yet. Yeah, so we got that. And then wipes user profiles, not accounts. Yeah, agreed. I said wipes the user accounts. The user account, and I don't do this very often, so that wasn't really fresh on mine. The user account is still there. You can still log in with that. Now, added to that, actually, if you are using Active Directory, you can configure it so that the person's profile is actually stored on the server. They can walk to another computer, log in as themselves. It may take a while for that login to complete because it's got to download that whole profile from the server and pretty much get their desktop the way that they are accustomed to. So in the high security office that I have, and we do have that set up, although I think it's happened once where a user has needed to use another computer. So we, use that technique to set them up. All right, so that's all of the read chat pleases T. Oh, that was Tiger. That was Princess. Tiger's name is Princess. If you want to do that again, John, I'll give you the chance for it to be seen. Although I don't know if that one's working. I think it is. I have not seen any other questions. I do have chat opened up today. So if there's anybody watching the video today who historically has not been able to chat, you can do that now. Oh, there you are. Hey, Princess, how you doing? Is that going to be my thing now? How you doing? For a tiger. That the name Princess comes from Chris Garrett's cat named Princess. That's how we named the tiger Princess. Oh, 9:31. Wow. We're done. Did I get through all of those? I don't think I did. Yeah. Okay. So I am going to do, I'm going to reply
please.
to these comments with timestamp for these people. Orange.
Read chat, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said it wrong. It was William Dawson, his princess, his cat. Did I say that wrong? Orange. I don't know what you need more. I need more words. Scroll up for Veeam link. I already did the Veeam link, right? It's here. I already caught your Veeam link, Danielle. I don't know why you're saying orange. The cat, the tiger was orange, I guess.
Read chat, please.
Chris Dog
Read
is
chat,
Max.
please.
Did you notice you have at least one more subscriber today than the Saturday account? No, I don't watch that closely. I did not notice. Chris's dog is Max. Okay, yes. I remember that now that you say that. He maybe doesn't have a cat. Yeah, it's William Dawson. Sorry about that, William. My bad. That's what I get for trying to recollect things like that on the spot. Whenever you have end users using multiple versions of Windows, roaming profiles becomes a major headache. Oh yeah, well we don't, in that office, we converted the entire office to Windows 11 all at once with medium high-end Dell computers. That's an office that is not budget constrained. I do not push inexpensive computers on offices that have the money to afford higher end computers. All right, now I'm going to go back. I believe I caught all of those, except I'm not quite sure what the reference to orange was. Oh, he hit me in orange. That's what he's referring to. Oh, okay. Did you notice that you have at least one more subscriber than today? So he repeated that down here instead of clarifying what he meant by orange. Yeah, just the word orange wasn't enough to get me there. Now, let's see, we did see that. Saw that. And saw Rick Lake's good morning. Good morning, America. Kevin Matney.
Read chat, please.
I'm not going to do that one. I'm trying to get out of here. I want to upgrade Windows 10. Kevin Matney. I want to upgrade Windows 10 Pro to Windows 10 Pro from home, but do not want to have to reinstall all my programs. Will this work? And he made that comment on the video. Solved how to upgrade Windows 10 Home to Windows 10 Pro. Absolutely yes, without a question, without a doubt, Kevin. That is exactly what this procedure in this video is intended to do and accomplishes over and over and over successfully. Occasionally people have problems with it. You'll see in the other comments on that video, but it looks like they didn't follow the instructions quite right. So you do have to do it correctly. But yes, you will wind up with Windows 10 Pro completely the same desktop, all the same applications, all the same configures. The only way you're going to notice anything different is by going to WinVer or somewhere else where you can see what version of Windows that you have. You'll see the word Pro instead of Home. The other way you'll have a difference is that you'll be able to do things that the Pro edition can do that the Home edition cannot do, such as, well, let's see, no, it's Windows 10. Windows 10 he's dealing with there. So the difference between Home and Pro regarding encryption, I think Pro does BitLocker, but I don't think Home does any form of device encryption. With the Pro, you can connect to a domain server. You can connect to the Active Directory. You can use remote desktop for another computer to be able to connect remotely to your computer using the Microsoft technique, which is usually not a great thing to do anyway. Whatever other reasons you might have for it, yeah, it's beautiful. You will be happy with it. You have to buy the Windows 10 Pro license. The technique in that video uses a temporary license. That's not quite the word they call it, in order to accomplish the upgrade to Pro. But then you have to apply a Pro license that you have purchased, such as from SCDK Deals. You can find a link for that on any of Kerry Holzman's videos. Okay. So you know what? I need to take off those two until I do his reply for Trevor. Kevin Matney, I will give a reply to him with a timestamp. Mike Novelli on this video, just add an XML file to your Windows 11 installer and upgrade without having to buy new hardware. No, I think you completely misunderstood the point of that video. An XML file is like an answer file to be able to do a out-of-box experience quicker and easier. That totally does not accomplish what I've described in this, that I'm doing in this video. And I'm not interested in upgrading any of my Windows 10 clients to Windows 11 if their hardware is not legitimately Windows 11 qualified. There have been a small number of computers that we bought during that time period when the new computers were Windows 11 capable and could be upgraded to them. So we have done those upgrades. I think we've done them on all of them that were qualified that way. But I'm not, among my clients, I will never put Windows 11 on a Windows 10 computer that is not qualified for it, because that can come back and bite me later as a paid computer consultant. I won't argue against somebody else doing that for their own purposes or on shade tree technician environment. That's you're taking that risk on yourself. Okay, so that's it. I'm gonna go get out of here. Here's the email address. You can send a question by email. You can put a comment on any of my videos. You can ask a question in the chat room. The main reason for this channel to exist is to talk about issues happening on Windows computers that are actually happening. So that comes from my clients, and that comes from people in the chat room and comments on videos. Have a great day, everybody. Have a great week. I will catch you later. Goodbye.
That's all, folks.